Okay. And looks like we're up. And let me get this. Post it here. Why is my thing not appearing? Oh, because I need a colon. There we go. Alright, and you can see my screen. Should be able to. Are you able to see it?
Yep.
Perfect. Alright. I think that's all we need. So let's get rolling. What is...
The teams, what are the bands?
Yeah, so the bands are... had it pulled up here. So the teams were... Ash was on Burman, Maggie, Shek, and MiX is on Eli, Luke, Rook. And Rook was the band for MiX. Alright, first one is 7D0E. 7D0E. Row. Maybe I didn't save them in the right spot. Could be. Alright. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna have to restart my... what? What?
That was weird.
What? Seki, it's bugged. My god.
They really don't want you to quit the game.
Yeah, like every time you quit, it's like, no, just kidding. We found a game for you for reals. For reals this time. One-time dealer. Alright. Let me go back into this. Where did I save them? My 7D0D. Yep. Come on. Okay, and this goes into... Yes, overwrite. Well, if I have to overwrite this, then why isn't it just working? Oh, because I didn't have the game started up when I saved them. Got it. Yeah, I'm cool. I can figure out technical difficulties in like 12 tries.
I mean, it's not a race.
Hey, why didn't you join any of the tournaments?
Basically, leagues, and I don't want to have to worry about like when with a 12-hour time difference like every other day. I don't think it's like do play a bunch of random games. And
I have no idea what's going on. Apparently, I just got a bunch of coins for no reason. Okay, cool.
So I don't see your screen in the screen share.
Yeah. I have to redo that when I start it back up. Should be here, and then stream. There we go. Yeah, suddenly I just got like 600 coins for no reason, I guess.
That's the new patch.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's one reason. The other reason, I mean, so for Nate's Choni, I didn't join because the week it was starting, I was at some conference, so I wouldn't have been able to play. And for the Indians one, I mean, it was limited, and like a lot of people sounded really excited to play, and I was like, I was kind of whatever about it. So I just didn't sign up so someone else could get the spot.
Well, I probably took your spot then, Blat, and it did not go well for me. So
you were excited to play, right? That's the most important.
Now that is true. I was, and you know what? I'm not. That's not what I meant to do. I'm not dissatisfied with. What is this? I'm not dissatisfied with playing.
Defeating you will secure my place.
You know, losing, like, I think I'm supposed to, at my current skill level, lose to Ellie, but like, I also think that I gained a lot of knowledge in both matches, like above average amounts.
I thought you played like super well for the first little bit of both games.
I feel like I do that all the time. Like, I feel like my first 4 beats are really, really good, and I get better later, but like my middle, like, beats 5 through 10 are just kind of the worst. And it's the kind of thing that you don't, that it's just game breaking.
Yeah, of course. It's better than having, no strong suit, which is like a lot of people.
Yeah, fair. I mean, that is not wrong. All right. Here. All right. And it is, where did I save it? It is 7 Delta 0 Echo. I should probably like clear these out if I'm gonna do this. There we go. Alright.
Mind if I step in?
Let me just take one quick look here. I'm on. I'm gonna have to change something real fast. There we go. Yeah, this should be working. Alright. And then that way I can have chat up as well, and I should be ready to rock. Alright. This cannot possibly be the right game, because this is the last game. Are you kidding me?
Well,
God, I just. I'm also in the dark, so I. How about that? Alright, you should have lost it, because I. So, that one is Ash v. Rook, which I believe is like either the second or the last game.
So what I do for replays is I rename the file and change the first few characters to zeros, and that way they always appear at the top of the list for me. I think that's a lot easier.
Got it. I had them written down, or I had them. I just pulled them directly from my Discord chat with Ash, and I didn't even think to check the order. That might be game. I think that's game. I think it's game 2. All right. I have to share this with you again. And let's. Okay, so let's try this one. Echo Delta 5-6. And if I'm gonna like stream these things, I really wish that I had better records. Though I will point out that like a lot of gold people just whipping my ass recently. Some of those, like literally a whole screen of you and Allie. Great. was already.
Just hide it, right? So, but it's whatever. Like, no one cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Victories you have are like mostly concedes too, right?
I don't want to talk about it. You know what? Hard fought victories. Sometimes you don't have to concede because you've already conceded and it's their turn. Okay. One time? No. This is the final game.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Prepare to face judgment.
Stand down, or I will cut you down.
Okay, so they were in reverse order. That was Maggie, the Ellie. Yep. So FE. Ha! We weren't actually going to review a game. We were just going to review how the reviews go. It turns out. Do you have an opinion, by the way, on the eco changes? Okay, this one is Foxtrot Echo 0. You still with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Changes.
Yeah. Do you care about like basically you have to spend money?
I don't really know much about like I spent like $10 when I started playing this game and didn't have to spend any of it basically.
Yep.
So it's probably a little bit too generous. But it's also like you get a lot more currency for winning than for losing.
Yep. I agree on that.
You're generous, I don't know.
God.
But like I think a lot of people are going to be like, I don't want to play this game if I have to spend money for it. So
it seems maybe I'm just like old. It just seems like a crazy thing. Like, okay, so you have to spend money. Why is that weird? That just seems like I don't know if you know how capitalism works. God, I knew I wasn't gonna get it.
I think it's unfortunate that right now the system is gouging a lot. I think it'd be much more reasonable to be like, you know, $20 or $30 for just all the characters, right? Something like that.
I mean, I think that's part of it. I'm pulling it back up. There we go.
Now, like having to pay for each individual one, I think that can feel bad.
Sure. Yeah.
People will just refuse to spend money on games. So that's, I don't know. I don't know much about like game economy stuff. I don't really think about it too much. But we'll see what happens. It seems kind of monk-esque to me.
Yeah. I guess, you know, when I think about it, it's like, so there's one or two options, and they both are on the same path, right? Either your game is 100% dead, and you are looking to recoup your investment of any sort, which means having, you know, trying to get any kind of money out of it possible, or, you know, you have to actually, your game is not dead, but is dying, right? And you're hemorrhaging money, in which case you have to make a cash inflow, like regardless of how you do it. You know, I think that's just one of those, if you are not EA, you can't really afford to do things, and they just charge ridiculous DLC rates anyway. Alright, so FE. Oh my god, I think I got it. Hey, yo, buddy.
Amazing.
You six.
Think you can keep
Oh
up?
yeah, this game. Oh my
Yes.
god. All right.
Okay, I am now also hyped because I remember these games being very good when I watched them, and I think I forgot quite how good they were.
Okay. Is this like a spoiler-free stream or like a
I don't
spoiler-free
care.
stream?
I don't care.
Hmm?
Whatever.
Okay, I think
do.
games 2 and 3 were good. I think this game is like an abomination. This is awful. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
I think this matchup is kind of tricky, kind of double-edged. I think this is a really even matchup overall, but a lot of it comes down to how Eternal matches up against Combination.
Yep.
It was amazing, except Combination destroys it. So it's pretty...
So, Shek on Luke, right, beat one. So obviously you are always worried about the dodges, Shekhtur, because you don't want to spend your malice and then get no return. But like you only have that one dodge, so like how worried are you about the dodge? And I swear to God, if he opens up with a jugular brand, I'm gonna kill myself.
So I mean, it's pretty complicated because dodging against Shek, if you don't do it properly, can be very dangerous, right? Because then you're opening yourself up to brand. I think Luke is a little bit less scared of that because he can always contest with. I mean, he has essentially an 8 prio pair with like fusion, flash.
Yeah.
So
right.
It is pretty hard to get branded, but it's possible. So the dodge concern against Shek is sort of less real in this matchup. I mean, Shekhtur also dodges a lot beat one. That's a very common opening, especially when she needs the malice to contest priority. But the other thing that I would be really scared of as Shekhtur is an Eternal Shot beat one, right? It's like
beat one.
What are you doing against that, right?
I mean, you probably take it, but are you that unhappy to get him to spend all that beat one? Like that seems like one of those trades I might be willing to take.
Oh no, I think like Eternal is the best way to spend tokens. Like if every beat I was just gaining like 1 HP on Luke, I mean I'd be happy, right?
Sure. But like if you open on Jugular Shot and he opens on Eternal Shot, I'm not super unhappy about how this is going to go, you know?
I'd be pretty unhappy. I think that's a good Luke beat.
Sure it is, but you're getting all of his tokens, right?
I mean, okay, like Jugular Shot, no anti. That's like close-ish to even then, like I don't know, just going down 2 HP for nothing. Like I don't know, it's not good. Like I think that like this is what the tokens are for a lot of the time in this matchup.
I mean, that's actually would open on a brand.
Jugular. The one thing that beats Eternal Shot really hard here is Jugular Brand, right? Because you can't take damage. Crazy. So we'll see what happens. I think MiX would never like.
I don't. You think he would open on that? I don't think he would open. What for MiX? Like when I think about what I've seen him play and what I think he likes, I think it's a I think it's probably like this. But I have also seen him do this. This seems pretty unlikely.
Fainting Drive?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it seems unlikely. Right.
Is a very common beat one pair for Luke because it's fast but beats bursts, right? And that's the only thing he has that has both those properties.
Yep.
You're gonna see Chrono Drive a lot, but I think which is most likely here.
Let's see what happens.
Like it's really hard to predict a clash die. So yeah. Okay. So yeah. So here. MiX finds like one pair that's super safe, right? Eternal Burst loses to nothing because, like I said, the one thing that beats it, the Jugular Brand, and so he's not getting branded. So I think Eternal Burst makes a lot of sense. Here, I mean, it's kind of spooky because you do actually lose to Jugular Shot.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jugular Shot is one of those pairs that feels kind of weird to play because it's like you feel so stupid when it goes badly. Like you're playing some random 4 prio no stun guard pair and like it just loses to everything that hits you fast, right? And you're like,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's like the problem, like the reason it's good in my opinion, and I think Jugular Shot is good, is because every time I play against Shek, it's like, okay, what do I have that beats prio 8? Like nothing. Okay, so now that I know that I can't outspeed all of this nonsense, like now let me look at my safer pairs. And it's like, once I'm not looking at prio 5+, like a prio 4 shot just seems fine because I'm not trying to go fast anymore as their opponent, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's sort of the idea that like it does work out a lot, but I think that just psychologically you feel stupid when it doesn't. I mean, like Luke could chrono drive here. It's not totally crazy, but
Well, no, that
doesn't
was like Fusion Flash, turn 1. I'm
I mean,
surprised.
Fusion Flash is another one that's just like you don't want to play something that loses to Fusion Flash just because it feels bad psychologically.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Now I will point out that like, who is it? Who gets the advantage here if they, let's say, Luke probably retreats 1, Shek retreats 2. Who has the advantage in that? Shek's range game is obviously much better. Eternal is now down.
I
But
actually strongly disagree with that.
Say again?
I actually strongly disagree with that. I think Luke should retreat 2 here, and Shekhtur should retreat 1.
Really?
Yeah,
Like-
because they're both trash at range, but Luke is getting a token per turn. So I think Luke definitely wants to be as far away as possible.
Huh. I mean, even with, like, these are just what he has in hand. You know, everything has range on it.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but it's no good, right? Like you can just like play some random shot as Luke, and you're okay. Right?
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got shown the fuck up.
Let's make a statement.
It's hard for Shekhtur to do much of anything here. So
Well, I mean, she has all of her normal nonsense, right? She'll have Strike too, so even just Spiral Strike. Like, what is like Luke has? Fainting shot's not bad.
I mean, fainting shot will hit basically everything. I mean, it won't hit a spiral drive, which hits for 1 damage. Sun guard on it. I mean, it's pretty okay.
Can he even play this though? Next beat, can he even play this against? Because she's gonna get one more from. Let me actually move this up. She's gonna get one more malice, but so let's go to the next one. Go fast and then stop. Okay, like when I look at, this is the pair that goes full board for Luke, right? This too, but if he wants to go all the way across the board, that's the pair. Can he even play that against Shekhtur with 4 malice and all of this?
I mean, again, it's kind of risky, and MiX, like, he plays his Luke like a grandmother. Like, he's never gonna. So, I don't think he would play something with no stun guard. I think that is most likely. I mean, I know what he plays because I remember it, but like the things you're worried about here, like Shekhtur could go fast, right? But the idea is that she doesn't really want to go fast because she's not gonna recoup the malice because she can't hit very hard, right?
Right. Okay. I think it has.
The thing I would be most scared of
is what?
So fainting shot is pretty good. The issue with fainting shot is that it misses unleashed shot and unleashed drive. If you're scared of that, but you shouldn't really be scared of unleashed drive. So good for you. But the thing that's beats. Well, chrono shot does not beat the reaver shot, right? So that's the big one.
That'd be nuts.
You don't want to do this because you're just like spending all your time for
no reason. Yeah, I'm like that would be nuts. So not that.
That's the other thing is you don't want to spend tokens, right? You want your tokens for like Eternal and stuff.
Yeah.
Or become active is also very good in this matchup.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, this is like.
This doesn't seem that bad.
You probably just get blown out by like she can anti malice afterwards, so that's probably not good because as soon as you anti advance, I mean.
Oh yeah.
You're kind of face up, right? Like, I mean, it can't even be Chrono Flash, so.
You know what? You could do. No, that's terrible too. I'm like, man, what about this?
It's between fainting shot and chrono shot here.
Of these, I think I would want this because this has the advance on it, or do you still want to stay at range?
I want to stay at range. But the question is just, do you want to beat Reaver Shot, or do you want to beat Spiral Drive, right?
Sure.
You know,
But I mean-
Chrono Shot sucks because, you know, you Reaver Shot anti 2 Malice. Then you're missing. Right? You're just going -3. It's really bad.
What was it was I just want to check real fast. So the two options were so what about what about this anti 2 Malice?
Shot anti 2 Malice. Yeah, I mean that's fine, but the main thing is like the positioning. Shekhtur really wants to be close to Luke because, you know, opposite ends of the board. I mean, like Luke's time is you don't want to give him all that time. So.
Oh man, that would be absolutely insane.
And
yeah, it'd be nuts.
how nuts? This is. It's pretty bad, right? Because like
pretty bad.
you can't even you don't even do damage with this, right? This is not playable.
I mean,
with Spiral, and you can't anti-power because you need the Prio anti to hit 6 Prio. So this is just...
yeah, you can't do this. Okay, all right, just wondering. Oh, what are we doing here? Okay,
This is
what?
yeah. Okay.
What?
A Reaver Shot. I mean, this makes. I don't know why you would anti 4, but okay.
What?
So hold on, pause. What was the first pair? It was Chrono
Drive.
Is Unleashed Shot.
Yep, and it clashed. Right? Yeah, so 6. So that's why he wanted to do 6. Right? Because he was on Unleashed Shot. Anti 4. Which is not as bad, because he's going to get 2 no matter what back. But it specifically clashes Chrono Drive if he antis a time. Right? And if he doesn't anti the time, then you go faster and stun it out. So he has to anti time. Right?
Yeah. So there, the idea was, I guess, that Ashtaroth doesn't really have any good ways to hit. Ashtaroth is probably playing a shot here, and his shots are Prio 6 if you full antis. So the Chrono Drive is like safe in that sense. Spending all your time, I think, kind of sucks, but it seems fine. It does get blown out by Spiral Drive. Okay,
Yep.
whatever. You take 1 damage. It's not a huge deal.
Well, this is kind of interesting because you get to see if he's going to spend the time to advance 1, and if he doesn't,
This decision is super interesting. I think all 3 possibilities are legitimate possibilities, and I think that when I watched this replay for the first time, this is where I paused for the longest.
I mean, I think this is the right choice from both players, right? And I think that this ends slightly in favor of Ash, right? The only the other option, which I don't think he would do, is because this is the third option for MiX. But
What? A dodge?
Oh, if you're on, because you're on Chrono, right? So you get anti 2 and
Gotcha. Like, that's insane.
but
Just to spend all your tokens to move right next to Shekhtur without a dodge.
What else are you gonna do? You're just gonna chill. I mean, maybe. I guess you are. Like, she doesn't have anything else either. Okay.
Yeah. I think this is it has to be this pair. Because shot is so safe, right? Because shot is completely safe.
So he won't advance 1, right? That's.
So I think all 3 options are possible, right?
Really?
He can not spend the token, and then gets a null beat, right? It just completely nulls, except gets goes from 4 Malice to 2 Malice and gets +1 power, and her discard cycle. you could advance 2, and then you're forcing a trade. It does cost you 2 time. Or you can advance 1 and don't understand what advancing 1 does, because it just gives Ash the choice, right, of which one he wants, but it only costs 1 time to.
Yeah.
I mean, 0 or 2, but MiX advances 1 here, and I don't understand why he advances 1. I think it's very weird.
What?
Tell us.
That seems the worst.
I don't understand why you'd ever advance 1 in this situation. It's like either you advance 0 and you null the beat for sure, and get your time token, or you advance 2 and you force the trade. Because he can still null. Maybe it's like a positioning thing. He wants fainting to be live next beat.
Well, she's gonna have to end here or here again, right?
Well, no, I mean she could go to the corner. She could advance 1 with the drive and then retreat 2.
Oh. Yeah, well, I literally was never ever thinking about Ash could make them miss. That's.
Yeah, I mean, you are trading down by 1. That
100% means 1 is the actual worst.
Yeah, I think so, but I think that it's got to be because he wants fainting. If you're on space 1 and Shekhtur is on space 6, you don't really have anything against a Reaver shot.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't have anything against Reaver shot, right?
Correct.
By doing it this way, now you have fainting against Reaver shot, but you don't even have.
Yeah, this is that's absurd.
Better watch out.
But the thing is that if you don't have anything against Reaver shot, it means that you traded up by 1, so maybe it's okay. I mean, and then here the retreat 1 is weird because you're turning on all of his drives, right? It's
So my problem here with that statement is, and maybe this is a good thing to talk about, I guess. We just got done talking about how Luke is the one who wants to be at range for most of the match. Just to give Shek limited options. But why wouldn't you want to be closer? All of his drives.
Here's an exception to that general heuristic.
Okay.
If you retreat 2, can Luke even hit you next beat? No, right? He can't.
Well, he'll have. No.
Literally can't hit you, so I don't know why you wouldn't retreat 2 here.
It's not all about speed.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems horrible to just not retreat 2. I think that's this is abysmal. I'm not crazy, right? Literally cannot hit if Shekhtur is 1 space further.
You are 100% correct.
I don't know what Ash is doing here. This is just clear mistake. And you can't clash the Shekhtur because the Shekhtur's gonna play Reaver shot with some random number of malice, and okay, good luck. So it's just devastating if you retreat 1 more there, which is I think another reason to not 1 with Chrono in that situation, because it doesn't help you.
Right. No. I had given no thought to the possibility that Ash could go to range 6 and choose to miss. And thinking about that, then 1 time is the actual worst of all options, right? It's either 0 or 2. You're either going in or you're not. Because
I'm sure MiX had a reason to do this. I think that that's obviously a very important decision, whether you advance 0, 1, or 2. I don't think you just pick something random.
Right.
It's very obvious that you have to consider all 3, and you have serious reasons for doing all of them. But I don't know why he picked 1. That's not my choice. I would have picked. It's a really bad position for Luke, no matter what.
Right.
But
so for this beat,
because I don't know, no matter what, you can't avoid to range 4, and then at range 4 you have 0 ways of hitting. So maybe advance 2 is the best, just because then shot or something to hit you.
If it's mid,
So this beat, okay, as Luke, it's going to be dodge or it's going to be drive. Drive is.
Yeah, I don't think it's drive.
It's, you just go slower and you die.
Can't be that because you're worried about his dodge. Maybe it's that. Maybe you just don't care. I don't like that. This will have 1 and 1, 2 anti. Ugh, I don't want to anti anything. And I also
Spiral Strike is the I don't want to anti pair, so probably that.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a way to get around playing Spiral Strike.
You can actually just Reaver Strike, and it's the same, right?
Oh well, it's not the same because you don't like Spiral Strike gets you in.
Yeah, but the thing is that Luke only hits you with a drive.
What?
So and then you just Reaver Strike, right? Like I mean, unless he like fainting drives, the Reaver Strike is going to hit back. So.
Well, I mean, I actually think that if he's going to drive, it would probably be a fainting drive.
Fainting drive is kind of insane, but it would be a fusion drive, right? That's the reason to not not Reaver Strike. It's also a reason to not Spiral Strike because you don't want to be Spiral Striking against the fusion drive. Like that's that's really bad.
Sure. Yep.
I'm just going with it. So,
I mean, I think it's switch dodge, or I think it's. Well, it's probably.
If it's a dodge, it's fainting dodge because it's unclashable, right?
I don't know about unclashable because he's got 2 -1s here, right?
Okay, he could spiral shot, no anti, and clash the fainting.
That's definitely not.
That's
bad.
actually not that bad. Maybe
that's
like
terrible.
Yeah, I mean it's ballsy. Probably shouldn't do it, but like I think it's something to consider.
Do you know what this text says?
Speed, right? So combo is not -1, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah, that is correct. So your option really is Spiral Shot, and Spiral Shot's not bad. I think that's like you're right that's fine. Oh man!
Yeah, you could Spiral Brand. I mean, Spiral Brand, no anti.
No anti.
I mean, if you're gonna Spiral Shot, like you can at least anti-stun guard or something, and it's not like the worst imaginable.
I actually just realized for the first time that this after effect hits even if you didn't anti 6 or have prio 6. I never realized that.
Yeah.
All right. However, I think it's either. I would have to think it's either Spiral Strike. Maybe Reaver Shot. Reaver Shot just seems fine, bad-ish. You probably have to anti-stun guard.
Dodge here, maybe. Like Spiral Dodge is not crazy for Shekhtur here.
That's the alley pair.
Cheers.
I mean, I don't know. It's just a good pair, right?
Sure.
I think it's weird because I think like both players kind of want to dodge in this situation.
Why is he anti power here?
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be a Spiral Strike. Malice in Ash's position seems kind of crazy because Luke is I think pretty likely to dodge because
what?
Dodge is insane.
What is going on here?
All right. That's this prio is maybe so I don't like this prio. So what I'll tell you what this prio anti is. This prio anti is I don't want to anti my malice in something that needs malice to be good. You're probably dodging. So what you can sometimes do is you can anti prio on like a shot or something.
Yeah.
And it doesn't counter anti, then you don't have to anti malice. So you're giving your opponent a choice of like, do you want to take the force advantage? Hey, take the force advantage, and then you get to keep your malice. But okay, like it's bad because you're just giving your opponent choices, right? Like your opponent can just like counter anti prio, and then if you're gonna spend the malice, you're gonna spend the malice. And if you weren't going to spend the malice, like in this situation, apparently, then you just went down to 0 force for no reason. So I think this prio anti is really bad, but I think the idea is probably to like, it's like a raise for information in poker.
Yeah. But my problem with
that,
that, right? So I actually look, you call them the Matex antes, right? But I like randomly anteing, like I say random, and that's not 100% true, but I like to anti-prio pretty freely, with the knowledge that most of the time my opponent's going to counter ante, and that just, for me, keeps both of our force gauges low, which is easier for me to math on, right?
This is horrible. You don't want to be at 0.
Right. So the problem here that I have is not the prio ante, it's the power ante first, right? If you're going to ante these things, then you anti-prio first, and you wait and see, right? Just for the more information. Because if he says no...
I think in general Shekhtur doesn't want to do this. She would rather both players be high on force than low on force, because Shekhtur uses prio a lot to speed up her brands for free, right? Like she cares about prio independently mechanism for like getting both players low on force. So I think Shekhtur like actively wants both players to be high force here.
You're right. I guess my point here though is that if you're Shekhtur and you've made the decision that you're going to make these antes, then you should absolutely anti-prio before power.
So that you can not anti-power and talk yourself out of it? Yeah, I agree.
I mean, just because you don't want to give Luke the knowledge you've already antied power, right? If he's going to have to make a decision, and he's just maybe going to counter ante or whatever, like, let him make his decision to counter ante before you tell him, by the way, also power. You know?
Or probably like to bait something, maybe trying to bait like a stun guard, but it's not clear what you'd be stun guarding here, so
there's no way.
I think the power anti is terrible, but I think the prio anti is all. I don't know. I think this is terrible. And no matter what Shekhtur is playing here, like if these are your antis, it's got to be awful. Like it's really like a spiral strike or something.
Now I talked to Ash, and one of the problems that he was telling me about that has come up a lot is because of all of his tournament plays, everyone has banned Shekhtur because it's Shekhtur. So this is like the first time that he's played Shekhtur in something like 3 weeks.
Oh my god! I mean, I don't care like how much you play Shekhtur. What? Okay, this is bonkers, right? Because you
how
crazy.
How?
This is awful.
Oh, Ash, dude, you're my brother, but man, not one.
Yeah, I mean, especially like 5 is the only prio.
Yeah.
That actually hits you. So, not anti. I mean, look, like, why are you prio anti if you're not like after he counter antis prio? I think you have to malice here. Like, this is garbage. This is absolute garbage. Or dodge. Like, I think you can make an argument for dodging for both players.
Oh man. Well, that's just. Man,
take back my grandma comment. I guess this makes a lot of sense for MiX because MiX is like, is Shekhtur really gonna like malice to hit me for a bunch? But yeah, the Shekhtur play is just awful. It's completely pathetic.
Whoa, calm down there, replay. Just chill out, buddy.
Yeah.
Alright, so now that we're in this new world, Ash, I love you, but when you watch this later, but man, that was tough to watch.
Luke.
This seems bad.
No way of hitting besides anteing 3, right?
Yeah, this seems terrible.
The thing is that Shekhtur has no full board, right? So Luke just gets a free fainting dodge here.
Is that true? Huh. I think that's my pair.
Dodge?
Yeah, is that crazy?
Yeah, I don't know, like Luke has to ante 3 to hit you. Then you can pretty comfortably ante a bunch of malice and just hit him, right? Because he's
not anteing 3, right? He's just not.
You like dodge. You're not getting hit unless he antes 3.
No. I mean that for this is to get the positioning, right? I'm assuming that he does something. Maybe he does anti-3, but it doesn't matter because then I have a dodge anyway. Great.
I don't think Luke is anti-3 very often here, but like I wouldn't just waste your dodge on a turn that like Luke can't hit you. I would probably Reaver Burst here. Against the anti-3, but I mean it does clash the fainting dodge, and then you're all set, right? Because you just get a free to fainting burst. Okay. Oh, so Luke is just gonna fainting burst here. He's not even gonna dodge, right? Okay. All right. So it doesn't matter what you do with Shekhtur. Reaver blank so that you get the advance at the end of turn. Dodge though. Like, I think wasting dodge is bad. For sure, fainting burst here.
Yep. So I was correct.
Ash plays the dodge. Why do you dodge here? It's so bad.
And so when I'm thinking about it, right? We just had that whole thing at range, like whatever. I'm now down on life because of that last beat, so I want the position.
Yeah, but like, what positioning is like that different?
Well, okay, well, where is like this positioning seems? I'm gonna end up pretty much where I want, right? Like Reaver dodge will end up wherever you want it.
Yeah, but if you played like Reaver blank, right, like Reaver strike or something, or Reaver burst, you'd end up on space 5. Luke would end up on space 2 or 3. It's fine, right? That's totally okay.
Yeah.
Especially with no burst.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Maybe Ash is just worried.
Regular drive, so it's whatever.
Maybe Ash is just worried that like maybe I don't want to be at that exact shot range with Eternal up next in four tokens, right?
Guaranteed to be like with Reaver Burst, you're guaranteed to be at most range 3. You know, you have all your options basically.
Well, you actually okay. This makes a little bit more sense if you've decided that you want to combo next turn.
This is true. No, even then you can just combo drive. Like it's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not so fast.
It turns off his jugular brand, right?
Yeah. So advance 2, advance 2. Why advance 1? Okay. I don't get that.
An excellent choice.
Alright, here we go. Now this is an interesting beat.
Sorry, I think I remember this beat.
4, 5. Oh, it's just enough, but it won't matter. Right? Man, if you guess wrong, you like lose the game.
Something like I mean jugular drive. Okay here.
I don't like. I think you have to. It's got to be this, right?
Combo. I mean, because Luke has dodge, right? If you play around, so I said at the outset, right? This is sort of the fundamental mix-up that makes this matchup. Oh, what is that?
That is not me.
Sorry, 1 sec.
Yep.
All right. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Hope your VOD doesn't get muted. This is what I said at the outset, right? That like, there's this fundamental mix-up of like combo versus eternal, and I don't know. Luke has dodge, so it's pretty, it's pretty rough. It'd be nice if as Shekhtur you had a dodge here and could not play this mix-up, but alas, you dodged. So
Alas.
I don't think you.
I said alas.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't think I think combo is like a good way to spend all your malas. I think you lose. So I would jugular strike or something. That's not.
Whoa! Jug strike, he says.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know.
No way. No way.
Yeah, jug strike, anti 2
There's no way.
to counter the flashes, anti a third if there's a time anti.
Okay, this is the kind of beat that would kill me as Shekhtur, because
That's really hard.
this one seems impossible. Even just this, not spending anything here up, but even just this is still good. You know, this is good. Obviously, that's great. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think as Luke, you eternal shot or you dodge, right? One of the two.
I think that this is possible.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can Memento Flash as well, but I don't think you Memento Flash was like, what does Memento Flash beat that Eternal Shot loses to? Like nothing, right?
This turn, nothing, right? Because that's where I think I'm going with this. Is that
Okay, you just want to not spend Eternal.
correct? I want to have this as like, by the way, surprise, it's not Eternal. It's this, and I still have Eternal next beat.
That's a consideration. I think it's like kind of marginal. I think in general, like if your card is good, just play your card. Don't overthink it. But I mean, but I would just play Eternal here. Like you can find a way to bide your time until you get Eternal up again. Like especially if you have 5 tokens, then you can like become active, and that's also really devastating. Yeah.
I think this is his play. I think he's probably gonna get blown out.
You think it's just gonna combo drive? I mean, I know what happens. Yeah, but I think it's really bad to like spend all your tokens here. Because if only you didn't use dodge, right? You wouldn't have to.
Sure. I want to point. So I have this general idea, which is the more you are losing, the more risks make sense, right? Because if he hits with combo drive here, he's back in the game for real, right? No longer losing the game.
And I think that like in general, you want to try and claw your way back slowly. Like going for YOLO plays like this. I mean, often enough. Especially like veterans tend to play very safe in these situations. Like I don't know. I don't think MiX Eternal is very often here because he doesn't want to get blown out by combo. So I just don't think this is the right exploitative play, and I think that also like when things are really dire, yeah, you go for YOLO stuff. But I think like this is not dire enough for me to like go all in like this. I mean, this is basically losing the game. So.
Yeah, I don't like this play, but I can kind of see it. Here's a funny thing that for me to say, that really strikes me. I think 3 weeks ago, I would have made this play. 3 weeks ago, this is the play I would do. I still would have dodged last turn to get into position, even if it's not right. Like I'm not, I guess, good enough to really be able to say that I shouldn't do that. Like I can just only see that, like, hey, this gets me all the position I want. So I don't think that I would do that. I think that I would probably do something a bit bonkers, like, yeah, I would do something pretty nuts. Which would probably be it might actually be, man. You ready for this? I might do this with no anti.
Combo drive no anti?
Yep.
Why?
Because it clashes switch dodge.
And then you lose? Like
he has shot. I have burst.
Oh no, you don't lose, right? Because the shot is not safe. Okay. Yeah, no, the shot is.
Yeah, but okay, combo's no good there, so that's not good.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
Here we go. Unleash strike.
Unleash strike.
Yep. So my thought
I
being,
think like
here,
you're losing to Eternal like really hard.
yeah. But what am I going to do against Eternal no matter what, right? You know what doesn't lose to Eternal? This, right? Like this doesn't lose to Eternal. So if we're going to play around Eternal, this is how we're going to do that. So what if we're not going to play this? What are our other options? And so
yeah, like, I mean, like Jugular is what you play if you're not. I mean, Jugular is I think by far your best pair. You know, the only thing that it's bad against Eternal. It's not even that bad against Eternal, but like it's pretty bad against Eternal.
So, and what I'm thinking here is that if I'm not going to play around Eternal, right? Because if I am going to play around Eternal, that's how I can do that. But if I'm not,
it'd be nice to have something in the middle, right? Like, it's not like you do or you don't play around it. You play around it to varying degrees. So, like, spending all of your malice is so bad. So you're looking for something that's like decent against Eternal. That's what you would like. But there's not that much, right? Jugular Strike is like the best thing against Eternal.
Jugular Strike is fine. Don't get me wrong, right? Like this is okay. Yeah, it's good-ish, right? But this is somewhat worse, right? This is somewhat worse. But it also clashes switch dodge and gives you options here. Like, you might ante some amount, but I don't think you would. Like, I would like to have that option, but I just don't think I will. So... Wait, hold on. What if I did this ante 2 instead of 4? No, that doesn't work.
I mean, it sucks to play something Eternal. Like, if he's going to Eternal, at least play something that does damage to it, like takes tokens, right? If you play an Unleashed against Eternal, like you just go -3 for no reason, right? Basically. So that's pretty rough. This is the other thing is he might not switch dodge, right? He can easily memento dodge because he wants the tokens on memento anytime soon. So he might as well do it just so he has +1 prio in case of a clash.
Yep. Well, this is a nightmare.
At this point, the game is over, right? Like just completely over.
Yep, I agree. You're 0 malice to his 5-time, and you're.
When the game is over. So this one movement. When I saw this, like the Ash advances 2 and not 1 here. He's like letting his little brother play or something, and this is pathetically bad. This is awful. This is how do you advance 2 here? It's so bad. Anyway, okay, so like now the game is super over, right? Because he's got no outs to Fusion Flash, and then next turn, like MiX becomes active, and it's just garbage, complete garbage. He becomes active this turn, and then Fusion Flashes next turn. Maybe Fusion Flashes this turn because he doesn't want to. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he's got a Fusion Flash this turn. Okay. If Ash only advances 1, he at least has a mix-up of like burst versus like a Jugular Strike or something, or a Jugular Grasp, sure. But when he advances 2, where goes his ability to have that mix-up, and it's like losing the mix-up every time, right? Because
yeah, I agree.
He knows how to play. He knows to play.
Yeah, he's obviously. He doesn't even have to spend the 5 because this just beats everything. I hate this too, though. Like, I would not. If
things like
when I am convinced I am gonna lose, when I'm convinced I'm just gonna lose the beat, then it's like fine, okay, sure, whatever, throw it away.
Yeah, or Unleashed, right? You play Unleashed Brand or something, I think.
Yeah. Sure, Unleashed Brand is perfect.
The fight here is also really bad. I mean, I don't know. Like Ash has lost his mind at this point. Like this is.
Well,
I don't know what he's doing.
Hey, well,
like
tilted.
You see the advance 2 on the drive. You know he's just like not thinking. It's just really, really, really awful. I'm being scathing because Ash is like otherwise a pretty good player, but like this is so far beneath the level he normally operates at. But This is just horrible. This is such a poor mistake, right? Like I don't understand how anyone.
I want to defend Ash here because immediately after this game he was like, I don't think I've ever played so bad in my life. You know, like it was just I haven't played Shekhtur in forever, and that's not an excuse. And I did not play well. Like everything that you were saying, it reiterated to me that he was very unhappy with his play in this game. But obviously, with the rest of the series, we were talking about a lot of other stuff than just this game. So
even zero game Shekhtur, the Shekhtur at Ash's level never advances to in that situation. I would think. Shekhtur experience. Yeah. To know that you don't put yourself in the corner.
Correct. Yeah. I have put myself in the corner against Luke because I underestimate fusion sometimes. Which
it's such an obvious calculation. Like, do I have an out to fusion flash? Like, is the first pair you look at?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's zero calculation. It's like, oh no, I don't. I have no malice. I have nothing that goes faster. Like, just you lose. Thing I could see trying to do is like to play Jugular Grasp and hope that he forgets to like anti a time. But I mean,
it's bold. Man, I hate Oliver. Yeah, we're just dead.
Yeah, I mean, like this game is completely over, right? You can like Eternal here if you want. Probably don't Eternal Shot so that you can like Fainting Shot become active next turn. Active is pretty scary when your opponent can clash it. Like, I mean, they will have Spiral Burst. So it's pretty rough. Shekhtur in this situation is dodging. I mean, I don't know. Like, can we just speed through this game? It's really boring.
Yeah,
like,
fair. I am on board. I don't see this. This is wrapping. I'm trying to see if there's a way out, and I just not seeing it.
No, it's over. I mean, like especially with 5-time. Yeah, just Eternal versus dodge, obviously.
Better watch out.
No escape.
This is pretty rough to not retreat a little bit more because I mean early in the match I was saying at Shekhtur you want to be close because Luke is gaining time, but Luke already has 5-time, so now you're just like turning on all the stuff. Like here, like a Fainting Shot anti become active. You can't even clash it because after the clash he just plays like something else and hits you because everything he has hits. So it's you really want it to be further away.
I mean, what is this bad? Anti 5-time?
Burst, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But...
So if you anti 5-time the shot, and then the only way she can clash the shot is with the burst. So it's safe. Right? So I mean, I think that's what you do, right? You take your 5 damage. I mean, as Shekhtur. No, I don't know.
You can't get away from me.
Brand or something?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a brand.
I don't know. Ash is like looking at a different game screen or something. I don't know. This is crazy.
I mean, but we're at that point, right? This is 100% it. At this point, aren't we at that point? Like maybe if he can try to get back in it after this beat, sure. But like, if you're not making you're trying to go for your sick reads right now, when are you doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like this beat is literally unwinnable, right? Because you can Fainting Shot into Fainting Burst, and then you have no way out. So.
I mean, sure, but like, you're not. I don't think you're winning that. Any of the other, like, you have to try and maybe hope it gets wrong.
Yeah, you know? I guess. I don't know. Like, you just concede a Shekhtur. I mean, it's over.
Better watch
well,
out.
Why would you concede against MiX? Oh, he's gonna be so salty when he watches this.
Amazing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Whew. Tough. Alright. Go for it.
And like Flash is live, right? But it's not that bad because you can actually go faster than it this time, right? You've got Jugular Anti-2.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess.
And then, so what's the clash chain there? Strike.
Well, there is no clash chain, right?
And then you've got Curse, yeah.
Well, there is no
Yeah, so
clash
you need
chain.
clash chain
Because
against
this...
Jugular Drive Anti-2, so.
Okay, Jugular Drive Anti-2. Okay. 6, 7, 8, and then it goes to 10. This is 7, 8 goes to 10. Alright, so then we're at... That's Fusion, that's Jugular Drive. And Flash is gone. Okay, if you clash, this doesn't look terrible for Shekhtur.
Doesn't like win necessarily, but she has a favorable mix-up, right? Where like she can has to burst now or like not burst now and then lose. Right?
Yeah.
Or grasps, right?
Yep. Okay.
Actually, it's really bad, right? Because the grasp doesn't stun the shot. So yeah, the jugular completely safe here. So MiX is just like I don't know. Okay, yeah.
Yep, and so you're 100% right that this is, and then this should be what?
It should be a shot.
Yes.
Oh no, it shouldn't be because you die to the grasp. That's right.
Oh.
So here Ash has to get lucky. Yeah. So Ash has to get lucky because Luke can either burst or can grasp.
Yeah.
And either strike or it's shot.
And now it's shot, right?
Yeah, okay, this is what I was missing. What I was missing is that Shekhtur's at 3. So,
Yeah.
of course, MiX is going to do this, and accept that he's a 50-50 to just win the game right here.
Well, last one.
Which is, of course, correct. And,
no, he has a 50-50
yeah, okay.
the last one, right? Where it's grass versus burst, right? If he gets it right, he wins.
But, I mean, okay, when MiX locks in Fusion Flash, he knows that he's going for the 50-50, right? Like,
yes.
It's such an obvious clash. So, playing this to get a 50-50 to win the game, because let's just get this over with. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Ash gets lucky and he wins the 50-50, so he gets his 4 damage.
Too slow.
Hey, we're back in it, boys.
And I mean, it's not like MiX had a safe dodge or anything, right? So,
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
So
like, yeah, might as well just take the 50-50. I think that's fine.
look, I would have finished it for Quest.
Whichever quest is, I think, probably higher EV.
You think I'm kidding? I am 100% not kidding. If I can't win, I always finish her. Because I always have the quest, because I never ever get to finish her otherwise. Wow. This almost feels like BM.
This is... Yeah, I mean... I think he played it against this pair, though, right? So... Not
so fast.
Better watch out. Aha!
Feel bad.
Let's see how this works.
I like how we're on beat 11. The game was over like 5 beats ago.
I mean, okay, can you beat like an anti-stun guard? You need to strike here, or you need to combo grasp or something, or you could finish her. That's correct. Okay, I don't know. Like, MiX can throw out random moves here. Probably gets there.
I mean, hold on, actually. Okay, get off there. How does he beat anything? Oh, he's in the corner. Okay.
And MiX can like try a flash here? I mean, I think it's pretty hard.
Hold on.
Like 8 is the fastest Shekhtur can go in this situation, and anything that's 8 loses to. Oh no! You have Unleashed Grasp.
Dude, what do
So
you
I
think?
probably
What do you think for realsies against this? I think this is a. What do you think about this pair here?
switch Grasp. Why would you switch
No.
Grasp over like Reaver Grasp or something?
Chrono Burst, right?
Oh, Chrono Burst. Chrono Burst is closed. It's not advanced, so it's not going to do what you want it to.
Oh, good call. Good call.
The ante, the three-time ante is advanced, so you can corner cross with that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have 3-ton. Okay.
Here is, I guess it's like Unleash Grasp and hope that it's not a shot from Luke. But
I wonder. Hold on. She has no. They might be anting. Okay, no, she had 3 malice. Okay, so it can't be fainting flash then. Go for it, bro.
I think it's going to be Unleash Grasp versus a shot. I mean, I know I watched this game, but I don't remember what happens here. But I think that like shot is pretty
Can't get
sensible.
away from me.
I think we're finishing. Go for it. Nope, not a chance. That's,
okay. Well,
that's unfortunate. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't really understand why either of these pairs were played.
I mean, this is fine if you want to save Chrono, right? Though, how else is she gonna get farther away? You know?
Like play a shot anti-stun guard, and like you're fine against a lot of things, right? Yeah, it's specifically strike that beats you, right? Or like random combo.
Yeah. I think this is
Shot, right? Is fine for MiX here. But, okay, and I don't know why you're Reaver bursting.
I don't know either.
I'm sure it beats something, and you're like, okay, fine. But it really
The
doesn't
game's
matter.
over. Come on. The game is over. Okay. So, now, that was that game, right? Now, when I watched it with you guys on stream, on MiX's channel, I can get this. I did not see the Shekhtur game, right?
Yeah.
Now, I did see the next 2 games, and they are phenomenal. So,
The next games are good.
yeah. I'm going to take a 6-minute AFK to smoke. I'll throw on the timer, and then we'll roll with it when we get back. Sounds good, sir. All right. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm going to restart this stream after we come back. Alright, I'll be right back.
Hey, what's up?
Alright, so I'm gonna restart stream real fast.